A very wonderful morning to every one of you. I bring greetings to you guys this morning. My name is Oyewumadu Kainebi, and I'm from Akumazu Mocha, as you all know. Akumazu Mocha is located in the Kano East local government area of Delta State. Abumechibo Mwafo. Kedien Anna call na social media. You know, a lot of argument has been going on how some people who speak Bia no ndeje ano anani me nanere. Now at this point, they are placing an argument or arguing that they are not in any way related to those people who speak Bia no as well across the Niger. What I mean, the people from the southeast, and because they find themselves within the area of that south, and they believe that they are south, and pointing to the fact that there's a lot of false history that has been paddled for so many years, and it looks as if for those years of false information or false history rather, no one has ever stood to argue or to place a question regarding the history that is making around the social media. But this time we have come with facts and we have come with questions. Now, for example, I was told that my ancestors actually migrated from Benin, and for so doing that I am from Benin, that my lineage, my origin, that I'm from Benin. A lot of information. Then at the same time, while I was growing in secondary school, I had a story about a white man who they also said that he discovered River Niger. I want you to listen to me this morning. That he discovered River Niger 1850 something, and he named it River Niger. Now, when I began to look at these two words, that Nandeka originated because they migrated from Idu, by so doing that they are indigenous and they originated from Idu. That is one story. The second story is that a certain white man came to this part of the world and discovered a river. He named it River Niger. And look at these two words. Discovery means something that no one has ever seen, but it is you that caught that at the first instance, and you are the first discovery of such thing that exists. So no one knows about it. It is only you. It is by you finding it out that you now introduce it to the world, and that is what makes you the person who discover such thing. Now, Bongo Park was said to have discovered River Niger, and he named it River Niger. That was 1850 something. Now, when you look at the time our forefathers existed, you will understand the fact that the story about Bongo Park discovering River Niger was nothing but a false information, because our forefathers, they fish, they do a lot of things on the bank of that river, and they gave the river name before the coming of the Bongo Park. That means that our forefathers have an ideology, have an idea of that river. That means they discover it first before the Bongo Park. But this were being taught in a school, that Bongo Park actually discovered River Niger, taking the glory of your forefathers to give to a white man. Now, I'm just using this to lay an emphasis and background to some of the stories that are flying up and down on the social media concerning Ayiwabundi, Ika, most especially the Ika people, the Okwani people, the Ibaki people, the Enuani people, and at the same time the Ikwere, Ogba, Okwobi, and so on and so forth. Now, when you look at what actually happened, you know, even at the time when Midwestern region or state was to be created, who are the people who fought? Who are the people who campaigned for that Midwestern region? When you look at Michael, or what is once a premier of Port Harcourt, whatever, Michael Okpara was part of those who went around campaigning for this Midwest, speaking for his people. I am not to tell you this story, but there are some common sense I want to pick out to you this morning. In case you are among those who have lived with an argument for so long, finding it so difficult to understand that you are being used, even right when you know that what they are telling you is nothing but false information, you find it so difficult to take yourself out of that position. What is that thing that is holding you to believe so well that an Igbo-speaking community that you find in Ibaki they are the indigent of Iba or of Edo State? We all know how we have our language broken down by distance and areas. We speak one language, but our language broke down because of proximity. And that is why from Ibaki to the rest part of Igbo land where we have Ndena Sobia occupying, you will understand that there are some foundational words we use. I'm not talking about words that was borrowed from other ethnic group due to what is it called, closeness. You know, now the word like head in Igbo word, if you like, go to Ika, they call it Isi, Ishi. You know, these are dialect, Isi, Ishi. You know, you begin to see that when you move from one point to the other, our language keep breaking, and this is what gives birth to dialect. You see today, when you visit in a Kalan, when an Akumazi person is making a pronunciation, an Umulede person, we know automatically that this person is not from Umulede. From the way he made pronunciation, the same thing goes to us in the Akumazi. When we are with Umulede person, when the person is speaking, we don't need to ask him where he's from, because the way he made pronunciation has actually shown us where he's coming from. But Akumazi and Umulede has common boundary that if you are not a member or an indigenous of Umulede and Akumazi, you wouldn't know. You will call Akumazi Umulede, you will call Umulede Akumazi, because everywhere has been covered with building. Despite that, irrespective, you know, not minding how close we are, we still maintain the dialectical influences on ourselves. So when you go more further, Otolopo people has a way of pronouncing things that is different from Umulede and also Akumazi. Same thing goes to Agbo people, same thing goes to Ibaki people, same thing goes to Igbodo, Ekwoman, Birian, Emohom. But we all believe that what we are speaking is Ika dialect. But our people are making it to be Ika language. Whichever way you put it, I want you to understand that Ika language or Ika dialect is nothing but an Igbo word, because when you use that word Igbo stands to be a word that unifies all the entities that speak Bia and Ino. Most of our people are against the word. They are against the word Igbo. I don't know why. Some of them said that the word IGBO was newly invented. But I still want to tell you, even the card that you have accepted to take upon yourself was also newly invented. Ika, as a name of a people, was not there from time immemorial. It was during the time of colonial masters that the word Ika was actually, phrased out and begin to use it to, classify a certain group of people. You all know, for instance, during the time of that colonial master, that Ika was actually used for the present day Ika today, the present day Ukwali and Anyocha and so on. Every one of us was also classified as Ika by the colonial masters. It was when we now begin to grow that we began to make some changes that remain the present Ika today now to be taking that name on alone to themselves Ika. So today the Anyocha people are there. Ndoshimilida are there. Are you getting me? So when you look, you are something before you become something. That is what we are looking at. Just as you come to Akumazu Mocha today, Akumazu Mocha is a clan that has different communities in it. If you come to Akumazu Mocha from Ishube, we have Odugu Zubo, we have Odugu Ogwade, we have Idumidobo, we have Idumobi, we have Idumigwe, we have Obi. These are communities that put themselves together to answer the name Akumazi Umuocha. Mind you, before they became Akumazi Umuocha, there are people. Before I become Akumazi Umuocha, firstly, I'm an Isube person. By the virtue of finding myself within that geographical location, I became an Akumazi person. Likewise, before I become an Ekaman, I'm already an Akumazi person. Because it is by geography that Akumazi was actually seen within that spot that we are named Eka. So when you begin to make an argument, I'm not an Igbo, just like what we are saying, if you are an Okwali, you have first been an Okwali person before becoming a Nyoma. You have been an Eka person before becoming an Anyoma. You have been an Anyocha person before becoming an Anyoma. Now, that Anyoma as a name is standing as a unifying factor that hold Ukwani, Ndi Oshimili, Ndi Nuani, Ndi Demili, Ndi Eka, that holds them together as one big family. The word Anyoma is poisoned as a unifying factor. Now, when you cross the bridge to Anambra, my brother, the case still remains the same because an Onitsha person when you get to Onitsha is also a compound name. You need to find different community. When you get to Onitsha, we have Umude, we have Umuse, we have Umuezechima, we have different community that makes up, we have Alori, that makes up, what is it called? Onitsha. Now, Onitsha now is a unifying name that holds this community as one. Are you getting my point? Same thing goes to Ndi Ndemini, same thing goes to Oba. Same thing. Now, before they became an Anambarian, firstly, they are Umude or Umwese before they became Ndibo. Before you became an Igbo man, there is an identity you hold to yourself. Maybe in Iwoye, maybe in Iwoye Oba, but in Oba, there are communities that you are from in that Oba. So that is who you are as a person. Are you getting the point now? So the Igbo word, IGBO word you see today, is a word that is standing as a bigger umbrella, holding all the bodies that speaks beyond north, that shares same value system when it comes to tradition and cultural values. So the word in Igbo is a unifying factor. So nobody is saying you become Igbo and reject being an Okwali person. I am using this moment or this medium to speak to so many of us. Nobody is saying that you are an Igbo person. That means you have lose your foundation as an Eka person. No. Because firstly, before I become an Eka person, I'm already an Isube person who hail from Akumazi Umuocha. Do you see it now? So when we now begin to take it from there, we begin to look at our cultural similarities and things that makes us who we are. You cannot dodge the fact that Eka people has this language which they speak. No, nanere, bia, biyoko, ndo, alo. Now this dialect that was a language that was broken to a certain point of semantic that you see us making pronunciation. So what are you there to argue? There shouldn't be any argument. So the Igbo word you see there is a unifying factor. And that is where most of my brothers from Agbo are making big mistake. Now, at a point in time, we as a people, we believe that we are from Agbo. Because Agbo happened to be the first civilized, or will I say, city developed communities in Nekaland. So most of us who find ourselves in Lagos, Abuja and all that, and whether you are from Umulede, whether you are from Ute, whether you are from Akumazi, when you meet somebody outside your local government, maybe in Abuja and all that, and the person wants to know where you are from, the easiest address then was because it was Abo that was not popular. Now we tell people we have a kind of awareness to Ndabo. It has made them popular. It has made Abo popular than every other community. And in that vein, those Abo children are now seeing that every community in the Kaland is actually from Abo. Not so. Abo is a community. It happened that Abo is one of the first developed city we have within that Igbo speaking areas of Delta State. So permit me to tell you that you should stop fighting the coming together of Igbo for our own good. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting it because it will keep doing you harm. It will keep doing you harm. You stop fighting it. Thank you.